Hey there, welcome to the Christian Media Marketing Show, podcast, YouTube show. Thanks for being a part of that. Thanks for hanging out with me. My name is John, and it is my pleasure not only to be back in the saddle, to be back producing this content, but to be hearing from you all as well. Just things that you're learning, things you'd like for me to talk about, even just some feedback about the show itself and the new direction in some ways, the new focus. We're going to be talking more and more about philosophy and concepts and things like that, more than the nitty gritty of little bits and pieces of things, because they're changing all the time. But we do want to make sure that the things that we see and that we feel like are important, that we're sharing with you about that. And that's our weekly marketing roundup. It's our weekly newsletter, in essence, that we put out every week with 4 or 5 or so articles that are some of the most current, relevant information for you if you're out there trying to make Jesus famous and using digital engagement, social media marketing, all of those kind of tools to accomplish that task. If you want to get signed up for it, you can go to our website, cavanaughmedia.com, and if you look under resources, weekly resources, there will actually be a pop-up that'll show up on the page there. You can sign up right there and you'll get that weekly recap sent to you. So, I'd like to share with you all today a little bit about a concept of a company that I really, really like. And in fact, they are building a brand new one of these, not even a quarter of a mile from my house. So I am really excited to be getting this store so close to me. And you might think, well, what is that store? Is it a sporting goods store, or what kind of place would excite me, John, in it? And I'll tell you the name of it. It's called Aldi's. Aldi's, the grocery store. They are a German company. They are expanding here in the United States, and I'm really excited about them. In fact, I want to dive in and tell you a little bit about just why I'm so excited about Aldi's, but also why I think there's something that you and I can take from what they do to help us in our efforts. So I'm calling it, in essence, just Aldification. I made up that term. I looked on Google. Nobody's saying it. But in essence, what we're really talking about when we're talking about Aldi's is that they are eliminating a lot of the things and really trying to simplify what it is that they offer. I know for me, when it came off the field, I felt completely overwhelmed when I went to a grocery store and there was 20 different flavors of ketchup. Like I literally just got shut down, didn't know what to do, couldn't figure things out. And so I really like places like Aldi's that said, hey, here you go. We've tested. This is the best one. This is a high quality product. Here it is for you. Well, what does that mean for our marketing, for our efforts? What is it about Aldi's that is so powerful that we can take from it and really bring it into our efforts and say, all right, this is how we can really focus in our work, the things that you and I do for a living of trying to make Jesus famous. Well, when it comes to Aldi's, there's a really good book. Dr. McKowen is the author's name. The book's called The Strategy Book, and this is what he says. Underpinning Aldi's offering is a monk-like asceticism. Aldi believes in rigorously honing its offering by only ever providing the minimum number of products necessary to meet the needs of its customers. That's really, really important. They work as retail curators. They are magicians of minimalism. And by reducing choice, they save us time and they reduce our anxiety. That's what we're trying to do with our marketing, is that we're trying to solve a problem for people. The saying goes, people don't go out shopping for a mattress. What they're shopping for is a good night's rest. Understanding people's problems, their pain points, and then matching our answers, our gospel answers to them. That's where the secret comes into it. And we don't have to offer tons of different ones. We just need the one thing that answers the question and the pain point or whatever it is that that person coming and seeing your content has, being able to match them together. He goes on to say all these surge in popularity has a lot to do with the big four, all these big grocery chains out there making life too complex for their customers. Shoppers don't want to spend hours walking around huge out of town supermarkets. The big four wanted to sell us more, so they built bigger and subjected us to painful levels of choice. Aldi offered something refreshingly different. It offered customers less. What does this mean? Well, I think if I could offer this to you all, that if you're trying to run 50 different types of ads and you're putting out organic content all the time, every day you're trying to put things up, or maybe 2 or 3 times a day, you're trying to create all sorts of content that maybe you need to actually just simplify what it is that you're offering. Maybe you need to really hone in on a few key subjects and say, this is what we're going to be about. Yeah, there's variations that can come from it, but really saying, here's a few things, and we're really going to lean into it, I think might be able to help you because it's going to help those who you're trying to serve. For example, in our Discover Jesus initiative, in multiple countries, we're doing this and we're seeing multiple teams, organizations, groups work together. We run the ads, we work with these teams, they do the field follow up all over these countries. But prayer and Bible and testimonies are three of the core things. And we do all sorts of variations off of that all the time. But we really keep coming back to this is what these ads and this content is all about. Yes, we can target it in prayer for a certain thing or certain Bible passages or video things from Jesus Film or Lumo or GMPI or whomever else. But we keep coming back to those big rocks, those few things that we want to continue to touch on because we think that those are the answers. Those are the things that the customers, if you would, the seekers in our context and in yours really need. And so we're going to keep coming back and touching on those. So, what is the result doing your Aldification of your digital engagement? I think you may find that you can do more with less. So instead of having 6 different social media platforms that you're on, pick 1 or 2. Instead of trying to touch on everything out there, pick a few things and really lean into those and then see how the Lord will direct you for your next path. All right. I hope that's a benefit for you. Hope it gets you thinking about what is it that you're offering to them? Do you understand what their needs are? Are you simplifying things for them? As always, if you know of somebody else that needs to hear this or would benefit from the show or the podcast, we would love your referrals, telling people about it. Hit the subscribe button. We'll keep trying as long as we can to keep putting out this content for you each week, each Friday that it comes out, both the marketing newsletter and this show. So until next time, keep pushing forward, keep making Jesus famous. That's our goal and all we do and all that I hope that you're doing as well. Until next time, take care and God bless.